All right, everyone, welcome back. Today is Tuesday, July 18th, 2023. It's about 4:20 in the afternoon for me on the West Coast here. The market has been closed for a couple of hours, but I want to give an update on the $1 million portfolio and how it's done this past month. So let's look at the screen here. So as of market close today, the portfolio is at 986,540. This is the highest it's been this year. And we're well on our way to getting back to that 0 point, which is $1 million. 2022 was a rough year for this allocation because not only did stocks go down, but long-term bonds also went down and took quite a beating. It's quite unusual, but it does happen, once every 35, 40 years or whatever. But it's very rare. In any case, I guess the only thing that's new this month is that I did move some of the short-term treasury money market fund to just cash because I am getting ready to move back in. I still feel that this market is overvalued, especially with large cap growth as represented by the NASDAQ 100. But I can't just stay on the sidelines forever, right? What was holding me back before was that even on the cash and short-term treasuries, I was getting, 4.5%, almost 5%, so that helps cushion it. But as I'm sitting on the sidelines, I'm seeing the market go up and I'm thinking like, you have to be invested, right? That's kind of the tenet of investing that you have to follow. You can't miss out on some of these big days. And I've been missing out. And it's shown in the performance of my portfolio here, because there's a friend that follows my channel and does this exact allocation. The main difference is that he's been fully invested the entire time. So we touched base last year, and he shared with me that he was up exactly 20%, whereas I'm up a little over 12%. Now, compared to what happened last year, I'll take the positive gains through the first 6-7 months of the year any day, so there's no crying. But at the same time you go, but it's not 20%. This allocation is supposed to give you that somewhat steady return, but you have to stick with it. And because I was selling options and didn't move back in fast enough, and then the cash position getting a decent return, all of those things have prevented me from moving back in, and it's a mistake. And you're seeing me make these mistakes live because, I'm sharing my portfolio essentially in real time, right? So when I do the video, I'm calling out the date and the time. You can see the date and the time on the corner of my computer screen here. So it's not like I'm looking back and say, oh, last year, in this month, I made this much. No, you're seeing all my mistakes live. So whatever I'm doing, you see all the timestamps. So I'm hoping that you're learning from my mistakes. But like I said, making a positive 12+% over the first 6-7 months of the year, way better than being in the negative. So I'll take it. How do I feel about the rest of the year for this market? Who knows? I mean, that's kind of the thing that we have to keep in mind, right? There's consensus that the Fed will raise rates when they meet again next week. There's debate on whether it will be the last rate increase of the year or if they have one more. What we do know is that they've been signaling that they are serious about fighting inflation, but then the inflation numbers have been coming in pretty good. So, everybody is looking at this as, wow, are we really going to have a soft landing? And if you go back to just a couple of months, that looked very unlikely back then. But now it's looking more likely and people are getting more optimistic. Are they getting overly optimistic? I have no idea. But I guess the plan is, I'm going to reduce the cash or start to reduce the cash and move back in the very near future. And we'll just let this one ride and see what happens. So that's it for this particular portfolio. Like I said, when we cross over that 7-figure mark and get back to zero, I'll do a little toast on the video. But until then, thanks for checking in with me, And I'll see you next month for this portfolio, but I have other videos with smaller portfolios that I'm hoping that you're following. So thanks again, and I'll see you later. Bye.